Hi, join Steve and I as we show you how you can publish your Gemini Canvas creations to Google Sites. Let's go.
Good, Jada, let's see how we go from Gemini Canvas to Google Sites. Okay, so here we are inside of Canvas, inside of Gemini. I have built this interactive to help students learn about molecules in science. So we had a natural language conversation with Gemini, and having Canvas switched on, it built this tool for us to share with our students. So it's sitting in Canvas now, and the first thing we need to do is to test that it's going to work. So what you can see now is on the page, a bunch of areas I can click to learn about molecules. So once we have it inside of Canvas, you can see the instructions down the left-hand side. It sits in Canvas as a fully working interactive resource. Now what we're going to do today is see how we go from Canvas inside of Gemini to Google. Let's first test that all the elements on the page work. So you can see I'm clicking all the elements to make sure that this cool little resource is working as I expect. I can then jump across to a quiz because I asked it to create a quiz as well for me, so the students can test their learning based on what they've learned from the previous couple of interactions with the other tab. So I'm working through here. I am doing my little quiz, and the quiz is all based on what they saw on the other tab. Now when I get it wrong, it will pop up a little message for me. And I actually asked Canvas to do that. It was an iteration I made so that the students got some feedback when they didn't get the question right. So now we've checked that the interactive works fine. What we need to do is export it or uplift the code of this and use it inside Google Sites. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head up to the top and I'm going to click on the code button, which then shows us all the code of that interactive. What I need to do is to click into this box, do a Control-A to select all, and then do a copy. So that will copy the code for me, copies it to my clipboard. The next stage we're going to do is head over to Google Sites. So here on my site, I'm going to choose my Pages tab. I'm going to add a new page, and this is where I want to put the interactive. So I'll give that page a title. So I've added the page. I next want to head up to the Insert menu. Now I can either choose the embed here, or I can jump across to the frame and do a quick double click, and it will pop up that same menu. There you go. If I click embed, I'm then going to choose embed code. So I click on the embed code link. I'm then going to click into that box. I'm going to do a Control-V or a right click and paste. Once my code's in there, I'm going to hit the next. It will give me a preview of what it looks like. If it looks good, I hit insert. There you go. That's popped into my site. I'm going to resize it so it all fits properly. Dragging those sides around to make sure that everything that's on that interactive will be seen on my site. Now, once I've resized it, I need to preview it. So I'm going to head up the top and I'm going to choose preview. That's going to show me what this page looks like. Now, once I'm on the page, I need to test that everything still works. You can see here that everything is working as it did inside of Canvas. Now it's working inside of Sites. So once I'm happy, I head back. I then want to publish my changes. So I'm going to head to my publish page. This shows me side by side what used to be there and what's there now. If I'm happy with that, I'm going to hit publish. So there I have, I've published my page. I can then head to my drop down, view my published site, make sure it looks okay. If it looks okay and works okay, then I am good to go to share that with my students. This means the students can use that interactive inside of a Google site. You can update the site if you want to update the interactive. So there we go. We have gone from Gemini Canvas where we built that interactive into sites. So a quick recap. Inside of Gemini Canvas, we copy the code. So we've had our conversation down the left-hand side. When we're happy with that, making sure that we have Canvas switched on, we jump in, we check that the interactive works. We do a select all and a copy, and then we use the embed link to embed that code into our Google site. Once it's in our site, we can then share it with our students so that they can use that resource you just made for them. So that's how we go from building a resource in Gemini Canvas into Google Sites to allow students to use the interactive.